Good. All right, it says it's recording. Yay! Yay! Okay, first of all, thank you for joining us. Thank you for taking 30 minutes out of your busy evening and for learning how to up your game, or at least wrapping your head around some of this this new stuff. Some of you guys may have been seeing stuff on Facebook, Instagram, all of that about some of these new sessions and just all kinds of things. And Susan and I were looking at it going, okay, if we're confused, you guys have got to be seeing it and you got to be getting confused. So we just decided to say, we're going to dive deep into this stuff for ourselves so that we can begin to answer questions for you, maybe steer you in a different direction. But disclaimer, if what you're doing now, if you're rocking it and it's working, it ain't broken. Don't mess with it. Okay. These are just some things that you're seeing out there that we want to clarify. All right. First of all, one of the things that you're going to, well, wait a minute. Let me just give you a little bit of background first. You've been seeing all of this. You've more than likely, you're hearing new terminology to what we already do, and we already do it well. The thoughts behind it were basically bringing, I want to say this well, bringing what we do in with new verbiage and a fresh presentation, perhaps, to really appeal to the new woman in 2020 and to have it resonate with you. So when I first saw one of these initial sessions descriptions, what appealed to me the most was the compelling verbiage that she used. And I'm talking about National Sales Director Leah Lachlan was the one that kind of got her, one of the ones that kind of got our juices flowing. Her verbiage was so compelling. I wanted to schedule something with her. I mean, it was, if you're saying this and it's working for you, once again, it's not broken. Don't mess with it. But to me, to throw out on Facebook or to say to somebody, hey, I'm in a contest. I need 30 faces to finish my goal, blah, blah, blah. That just sounds all about me. But to flip it around, and Susan wrote down the verbiage word for word for word, and I'm going to let her describe what she says. It just, I went, that resonates. I can do that. Yay, thank you. And then she went on to describe other types of terminology that you're using for the same thing we're doing. Okay, does that just make sense of where this is coming from? Mm-hmm. So, like I said, if what you're doing is working, keep with it. If you want to up your game, then let's dive into some of this new stuff. Okay, Suze, I know you wrote down word for word everything Leah said
I did
at the party. So why don't you give them a peek into what I'm talking about?
Okay. And just so y'all know, I do have this typed up, and I am happy to just post it onto our Facebook pages so you can tweak it and make it your own. And I just want to make a disclaimer about a couple things. What we've used for 55, almost 56 years has certainly worked. And so I get a little defensive initially when somebody says, we need to change all this, because I love the company. I love everything that, and if you read our Magic Monday message this week, it's, we've gone through a lot of changes over more than 5 decades. And as of today, I've been in for 3 decades and 2 years. So I hope you watched the video and maybe saw some pictures of yourself in that video. That was really funny. So we just have to be willing to roll with the changes. And I do appreciate Leah and these more millennial type NSDs, and I appreciate that they want us to be current and irresistible to today's woman. And so I love words. I love scripts. I love practicing things so that they just fall out of my mouth. And so we're going to post this for you. But this is what Leah has to say. And we'll even share with you some of the ways she invites people. Let me start with that very quickly, and then we'll throw this onto the Facebook page too. She starts off with a voice text or a Facebook message, voice message, and she'll say, hey Kathy, I've got this new fun thing I'm doing, and I thought you would love it. Mary Kay's launched hydrogel eye patches, and it's this new hot product in the beauty industry. It takes years off of the under eye area, and I have this idea to teach these sessions. They're really fun. We'll introduce you to beauty and skincare, and you can experience the patches. I do Fridays and Saturdays at my place around my island in the kitchen. We'll have drinks and snacks, and I have a gift card for you just for coming. I think you'll love it. Let me know what you think. So it's just, that appealed to me because that is how I book. I'll be like, hey, I got this new thing. Why don't you come over for we'll have a little play date. We'll have some snacks. We'll catch up. I've got a couple spots around the table. I'd love for you to come. So that's part of this. And just kind of, she calls that new and a fun way. And I'm glad to know that at least what I do is cool with today's woman. So I think you can do that.
Let me just put a little emphasis on what Susan just said. Rather than shooting a text, she's hand selecting people to leave a voice text, which is so much more personal. And if you really want to up it up another notch, take it up another notch, you can video your own personage saying that very same thing, and she can see your excitement and then shoot it to her as a text. Because let's be honest, if we leave it as a voicemail, how many people even know they have voicemail anymore? Right. So hearing you or seeing you and seeing that passion and hearing that passion in your voice is huge. Okay.
That's a cool idea to do something like that. I hadn't thought about that. You have to show me how to do it. But anyway, here's Leah's opening, and I just typed it up exactly as she says, and I love this. She starts her beauty session. So that's one big change, is instead of, Mary Kay called them a beauty show back in 1963, and then they were Mary Kay parties and skincare classes, and we've just gone through a whole lot of different semantics over the years, but I like where they're going with this. They're calling it a beauty session. And so here's what she says in opening. She says, in Mary Kay, we believe that women do not need makeup and perfect skin to be beautiful. And I don't know if that catches your attention, but she had said, we've always talked about the what, welcome, here's 3 things we're going to do tonight. We're going to get your skin in great shape, a little color. Everybody that's on here has been in Mary Kay long enough to know the steps to the skincare party. And she said she wants to do more of the why. That big companies, when they have something to sell, when they draw emotion into it, women love to get behind the why. And so she says that very first statement that people might be chattering, but all of a sudden they're like, what? Women do not need makeup and perfect skin to be beautiful. We believe they're beautiful no matter what, because we believe in women. We're passionate about all things involving women, and we believe that women intrinsically have value and beauty with or without good makeup or skincare. I love that, okay? Some women believe that makeup covers up. Instead, we believe that it just enhances a woman's beauty and grows her confidence and enables her to shine more brightly. In Mary Kay, we also believe in community and connectedness and collaboration. We believe that women are better together. We live in this crazy connected age, yet there's a rise in loneliness, isolation, anxiety, and depression. We believe in creating the space for people to do life and community, for women to be connected, and for us to be together and celebrate each other's beauty. That's what we believe. So welcome to your hydrogel beauty session.
Is
So
that
what are
not
your
awesome?
thoughts, you guys, just on that opening? Does that sound really different than anything you've ever read off of a flip chart or anything you've ever opened with? You guys have any thoughts on that?
You can still use your flip chart. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not discounting your flip chart. You
Yeah, we
can
put
just
this
slap
right in there
something on
because
the
I want you to
back
read it.
of your introduction. Welcome. These are the 3 things we're going to do today. No, 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 no. Up your game with that kind of a script, and I think you will really. The idea is to use verbiage, to use passion, to use language that is so enticing and so compelling that it just automatically draws people to you and engages them, rather than this is my goal, this is how you can help, yada, yada. They still want to know that, and there's ways you can work that in there, but that's not what you lead with.
Right. I love it. Any thoughts from you guys? Shelley? Hi, Tracy. I see you guys have muted yourselves, but you're welcome to unmute
You're
and
welcome to
chime in.
mute.
Okay. Any thoughts? Shelley?
I love it. I think it's great. I think that's where women are today. I mean, I have a daughter who goes to school some days without makeup, and I'm glad that she feels completely confident to do that. And really, that if we're being authentic, that, yeah, I think that that's great.
That's an interesting point because Jade is the same way. I wouldn't be caught dead out of the house
Me
with
neither.
makeup on, and I wouldn't have in high school either. But I love that they're just comfortable in their own skin,
Yeah.
and
I love that.
so I love that we're talking about how makeup and skincare will enhance a woman's intrinsic beauty. And I think opening like that, I love that, and I love how she's so. Welcome to your skin deep beauty session, or welcome to your date night beauty session, or whatever you want to call it. And so Kathy and I came up with several types of parties, things that we've always done. I bet you
making
guys,
sausage, you guys.
yeah, but
That's
these
so
are things
crazy.
that we've always done and we're very good at, but it's just presenting it in a little different way. And it wasn't long ago, Teresa, you were talking to me about a director, Waverly Copeland, that was doing more of her parties in a way that she could see more people and sell more products. And it was more of our trunk show format. So Tracy, like when you were here last month with Stacy Kraft, and that was all on purpose to get a feel for, could we do an event that y'all could duplicate where it is pass and share and show and tell, and as Leah puts it, it's a girlfriend hanging out vibe where things aren't quite so, okay, now we're going to do this, now we're going to do this. You know your agenda, and you're good with it, but you're multitasking, you're doing other things. While you're passing this, you're talking about this. While they're sharing that, you're getting the washcloths ready to wipe it off their hand. It may be more to where, we certainly still do facials and can do a skincare party like we've always done, but why not, as Kathy said, up your game and try a few things where the session gives just as much information and more emotion, but maybe in less time, because today's woman is busy. So maybe doing some things on the back of the hand or offering a variety of appointments in this new verbiage, like the hydrogel beauty session. And if you guys are out on social media at all, and I know that you are, and you're connected in Voxer and this person's website and all, what Kathy was mentioning is there's a lot of buzz going on right now about hydra sessions and doing multiple products like you would have at a spa, and these tons of products all at once. And I'm just going to say that I'm not really comfortable yet doing that. The company has asked us to be cautious on that products like Revealing Radiance Facial Peel and Microderm are not meant to be used on the same day. You should have some time in between. And then if people are doing all of these products on someone's face all at once, I think there's a risk there, that even though the spas do that, I think we need to be careful. And I just personally want to follow what the company has asked us to do or not to do. And so I'm more comfortable with having a hydrogel beauty session, which is basically your Ultimate Miracle set and some products that they can do on the backs of their hands. Let them use the hydrogel patches, and tell a little bit about the Mary Kay story. That's even another verbiage. Instead of, hey, let me tell you about our marketing plan, and let me tell you how our business works, it's more, I'd love to tell you the Mary Kay story. And that draws somebody in. It's a story. Let me tell you about this woman and what she did and how you can be part of that. So I like the whole format of it that Leah's doing, and I, we can talk more about that in the future, or just kind of answer some of your questions. Kathy, you want to add anything?
Yes.
Beauty bags and that kind of thing. Maybe you want to.
Yes. Okay. So we go through this session, and once again, it's not anything really different from what we've been doing, but it's tweaked just a little bit. Another thing that you can do that I've noticed a number of other directors and nationals are doing is they're printing off the actual product statement sheets, and they've got them in page protectors, and actually saying the words, the power statements that are about that product. So if you aren't comfortable in memorizing that, just read it. Or you could have somebody at the party read it. Hey, tell us, while we're passing and squirting this 4-in-1 cleanser, tell us a little bit about what the company thinks about it. Or you can say it. So that, I think, is powerful and helpful as well. As you go through the end and you we're getting ready to close. Of course, there are places to do your Mary Kay story, and there are places to get referrals, because you've got to let the hydrogel patches be on there for at least 10 to 15 minutes. So there's an opportunity right there. Another opportunity is microderm on one hand, charcoal mask on the other. You got to let it dry, that kind of thing. So there are places in this to do the same things we've always done. But at your invitation, which I've got some text scripts that we're playing with that I will be more than happy to post tomorrow. One of them is texting the hostess to text out to her friends and have them RSVP to you, so that you can prepare their goodie bag. Okay. Now, in the past, we've done goodie bags, and it's basically a little, it's their tools for their actual makeover. We need to make these things really cool. Just picture the last time you can use the same classic example of getting your panties at Victoria's Secret or Walmart. It's the wrapping, it's the experience, it's the feel. Heather went into a Louis Vuitton store, and she didn't buy anything, but she went in there, and I just pictured how it would be wrapped in tissue, put in a bag, wrapped with a ribbon, sealed, put in a decadent bag, and off you go. I mean, you felt like you've spent the $3,000 you just spent. She didn't, but you know what I mean. It's the same idea. You want to come away with something. You want them to come away with a feel-good something that gives them more things to play with. So you will also see people going all over the place, getting all these cutesy little cosmetic bags for $1 or whatever. Fine. If you have nothing, Zippo. But I'll bet you guys, we're all seasoned. We all have something that we can bring out of our drawer and make a fabulous goodie bag. I'm going to give you 2 options. I found these. Do you guys remember these from forever ago?
Yes,
I do.
I must have had 50 of them. I thought, well, shoot, we're going to use these suckers. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So in here, I have got it all wrapped up in tissue. I'm not going to undo it, but I put in a hand cream. I put in a lipstick sampler. I put in a lip liner, a baby mascara, an eyeliner. I put in charcoal mask sampler and some recruiting literature. Okay, I happen to have still had the Godly Businesswoman magazine. Once these are gone, I'm going to put the Steps to Success brochure in there because it's just fabulous. It's company material. I am also going to add in there, this is something that we're going to create. I say Susan, is going to create this cute, there's the most current Steps to Success, this really cute little gift card, okay? that you can put in there. We like the idea of activating a $40 gift card when you share your next session with 3 or more of your girlfriends. Okay. What that really is 75 for 35. Basically, that's what that is. So anyhow, this little goodie bag is something we want you to really think about up in your game. You can also do a cute little cello bag if you want to. I got this at Party City eons ago. Cute little tag. When you text back the reply after she's RSVP'd to you, you can have one of these with a cute little tag with her name on it. And you can say something like, Dee Dee, I can't wait to meet you at Susan's next session. Okay, does that make sense? So it's just, she's going to see what she's going to get. These are not at their place. These are at your private review. Okay, instead of private consultation, we're going to meet for a one-on-one consultation. We're going to meet to review what you experienced today, and you can tell me what you loved. That kind of thing. Okay, so think about what you're saying, and if you're comfortable with it and you love it and it's compelling and it's enticing and it's bringing people to the table, great. If not, do a thesaurus thingy search and see what other words you can use that might be more compelling. Okay. Let's see. You already touched on the hydrogel sessions, right?
Mm-hmm. I could share some of the things we were brainstorming about a little bit. And one thing that Leah Laughlin did and recommends is that you're very clear on the types of parties that you want to hold. Again, nothing new, but maybe do it in a way that it's on a little postcard or something you put at their seat, put it down in their beauty bag, and using session as your verbiage. So we came up with a couple today. It was really funny. She's not kidding. We went to Thesaurus and said, what's another way to say this? So we thought it'd be fun. How about a skin deep beauty session? And that would be customized skincare for them. Maybe they're going to use repair or botanicals or something based on the questions you ask before their party. So it could be skin deep, and maybe they get to choose one of the masks and use that maybe on half the face. You could do a 5-minute face beauty session. And you guys, this is what's so fun is, the lookbook has the best verbiage. See that? It says 5-minute face. Mm-hmm. And so when you look through here, let's use what the companies already paid gazillions of dollars for somebody to be creative. Some type of marketing genius has already come up with these things. So that would be fun. And the verbiage that you could put to describe this, maybe you do a flyer or a postcard, but it says, look pretty and polished faster than you can check your notifications. And so that would be like your 3D CC cream, light up their lids with the liquid eyeshadow, maybe some bronzer and some lip gloss. So it's sort of our, what do we call it? Dash out the door, but the newer verbiage would be their 5-minute face. So that would be really cute. Again, you're going to do basic skincare always because you don't want to put your color on somebody else's foundation product. So that would be fun. Another one, instead of calling it an advanced color session, why don't you call it date night beauty session, where they go from cubicle chic to party perfect, or go from day to night pretty. Maybe you want to do something with false lashes if you feel that you're good at that. I'm really not. I need to get with it because that's all the rage. Maybe it's a color adventure. Another thing that was great about the lookbook, and let's see, I don't know what page this is on, but Luis Castro, I think it's our last, look at our last lookbook. Hold on, let me grab that because I'm going to show you. Oh, here it is. Whatever this one was, winter. It's on page 20 where it says, get all eyes on you. Check this out. Select your shades based on your skin tone or on your eye color. So what I think we ought to do is maybe laminate or put something like this in with your party supplies, because then you really can say, our makeup artist, Louise Castro, does this. So based on that, that could be their date night beauty session. Another one could be just say spa. And that is on the back of that same winter lookbook. Just say spa, which sounds really cute. And that could be satin lips, satin body, toning lotion, sun care, more of your boutique items, fragrances. Maybe it says pamper more and stress less. So again, that could be something where they do a little bit of skincare on the back of their hand. And I think always the skincare, I think, is still our most common denominator, our most important denominator, that's always presented in some form. And even if it's a spa session like that, I think you have a display of products of all of our skincare lines. But I hope that this hasn't caused confusion, but just we want you to feel like you already know what to do. Nothing that you're hearing out there, all the little buzzwords. There's some different types of things like the hydrofacial and that type of thing, but for the most part, I'd say just get really good at what you already know to do, and maybe just up your game in the words that you're using, just some fresh language, because my verbiage gets tired. I get tired of saying it. I get tired of hearing it. So when I was like, oh, a hydrogel beauty session? Well, it's just skincare with hydrogel patches, but it just sounds really up to date. And the process can be up to date, where it's around your kitchen island and you let them know, I've got 4 seats open. You know, how many bar stools do you have? Okay, so I've got 6, so I only have 6 spots. You know, I'd really love for you to be in one of them. And in that hydrogel beauty session, you know, you're gonna talk briefly once you do your big introduction. And I'll type up some of this for you on Facebook if you want as well. We have just a brief little get to know you period while you're doing other things. You know, tell us your name. How do you know Susie Q? And so what do you do in life? Do you work outside the home? Are you a full-time mom? You ever use Mary Kay? What was your experience? Good or bad? I can take it. And while you're talking to them and getting that girlfriend vibe, you know, you're passing around the satin hands components, and they're doing that. You're passing around satin lips. Just, hey, here's which one did you put this on first? You know, and it's telling me about you and how do you know here? Okay, here's your next part. Do you get the feel? Because that's what we do as women. We are we're such multitaskers, and there's no reason we can't do that at a Mary Kay party to keep it moving, keep it light, keep it feeling like a bunch of girlfriends just getting together, sharing some of their favorite things. They can go to the sink and wash their hands as you're talking and come back when they're ready. So you just start with skincare and a brief introduction for each product, pass it around the table for them to try on the backs of their hands. And they do all of that. Maybe do charcoal mask on the back of their hand, put the eye patches on, set your timer for 20 minutes. They got to sit there anyway, right? And let that all work. While that's going on, you play a little trivia game. Maybe you don't use tickets anymore. Maybe instead of passing out tickets, people just are engaged. They're going to ask questions. It's just enjoyable. They're your captive audience for 20 minutes. So they're going to ask questions. You tell parts of your story. There's a little trivia game out there that you can play. You guys know how to do marketing. We've done it a million times, different ways, the Mary Kay story. And then at the 15-minute mark, you ask them for referrals. You talk about gifting a beauty session to your friends. You say, I'll text and invite on your behalf. You can come with her. She can come with some friends, or she can come alone. You clean up, you play music. While they write, the timer goes off. They remove the charcoal mask and the patches. You talk about your sets. You might just use the insert to the beauty book if you want. Maybe you have a set sheet you've seen out there that you like. That's fine. Do what speaks to you. And then you show them the roll-up bag, and then you say, okay, I'm going to have a little debrief recap here in the other room. Does anybody need to leave right away? Why don't you come first? You can, I've got a beauty bag for you and a little gift card you can activate. So I think it's easy. It's still professional, but it's more girlfriendy, more in tune to what today's woman really wants. They want that community and that collaboration and that fun in a pretty quick and out the door with a product that they might not have even known was so great for them because they have a stereotype in their mind. Oh, I've got to go take all my makeup off. There's going to be mirrors and trays. I'm sitting around a table. It's going to take 2 hours. Can you kind of relate to that?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we wanted to share with you today. And I'm happy to, and Kathy and Teresa are too, to post anything that they're using, what they're excited about. Doesn't mean you got to change everything. Just make a few tweaks that make you irresistible to today's woman.
Right. Absolutely. Do you guys have any questions about any of this or anything that you have seen out there that maybe you thought was really awesome that we didn't touch on?
I have a question.
Okay.
I am very clumsy. I love the hydrogels, but I do not understand how to use that plastic thing. I use
Oh.
I wind up using my fingers. So do you
I do
have?
Too. I do too. I was at a kickoff party and it's a Sunday afternoon and I got so flippin' frustrated. Now I can do it with me because I don't have to be in a hurry.
Right.
I didn't really have to be in a hurry, but I just took my little pinky nail and separated them and handed them to them and they were fine.
Okay.
That's probably not sanitary, but that's what I did.
Yeah, just practice a little.
Practice, maybe it'll get better. Yeah, but those things are incredible. And
they really are.
if it were me, I probably wouldn't do both eyes. I would just do one eye and let them see the difference because it is phenomenal, the difference in the 2 eyes. Good question. Anybody else? Questions, thoughts?
Teresa?
I think you guys did a great. I think you guys did a great job. I've been gladly back here muted, just taking all kinds of notes. I love the verbiage. I agree. I think Mary Kay's always tried. Everybody has to change with the times, and we're not changing anything except the way we talk and think, and we're making it way more about them than it is about us.
Amen.
We're not the show. We're not standing up being the dictator or the teacher or the party hostess. It's about them and them feeling good and having fun. And I love the private review. Love a gift card that you can activate for $40.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so huge, and it's still 75 or 35. It's just it's different verbiage. It makes more sense. It's simple. It's clean. It's duplicatable, and I think it's really something for all ages because I think from 20 up to the 60s and 70s and beyond, it's still something that's current and fun and makes it something that everybody can look forward to and not anybody have to go, oh, how can I get out of this? Or, I love it. Good job.
And plus it's a whole lot quicker. It really is a whole lot quicker. The $40 gift card that you can activate, Susan and I were talking the other day and she goes, oh my gosh, do you realize what $75? I go, no. She goes, the Skin Vigorate brush. I went, oh, that's awesome.
You could really romance that. I used to do, and I you still can. I always liked having $75 worth of product to show them what that looks like. And if you say, the skin, what do you call it now? It's not Skin Sonic.
It's
y'all know
Skin Vigorate.
It's a Skin Vigorate.
It's still Skin Vigorate Sonic.
Probably.
Yeah. So you could show that, or you could get this for just $35 as our little hostess special or a hostess exclusive. When you share your beauty session with 3 of your besties.
Right.
Again, besties is still a term.
Besties is still a great thing.
Your besties.
We also want to create a fun little pic collage because we're gonna come up with some of the tools for you guys, but we want to create a fun little picture that you can text that says what your sessions are. It doesn't describe them. That's up to you, your verbiage that's mouthwateringly compelling. But, like Skin Deep session or just say spa and have little pictures in a picture that you can text to them as well. Okay, so we're going to come up with a bunch of this stuff for you guys.
And we're always open for your ideas because sometimes our brains just get stalled out. And so on our Facebook pages, share your ideas there. And I know you guys are look around on other websites and things and hear things. And so help us out. If there's something you really like, share it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And once again, remember, you are your own boss. You can, if you're rocking Mrs. Cab, go for it. If you want to do the Mary Kay trivia game instead, cool. But we will post some of these things we've been talking about so that you can look at them and pick and choose. Okay.
All right.
All right, you guys.
Thanks for hopping on here with us.
It's
right,
recorded, so I will post this for those who couldn't get on too. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks so much, you guys.
Bye.
All right.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night. Bye-bye.